This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. It's so fun being here helping you with playing the guitar. In this video, we're going to read some melodies together written in standard music notation. Of course, we'll be playing those in first position on the guitar or open position, as that is the focus of this lesson series. Reading notes and playing melodies in first position. So it's going to be great. As we're playing these melodies, of course, we'll be jamming, you, me, and the band. So I have recorded that band track for us to play along with, play this melody along with, puts it in that ensemble context, which is so much fun. This video accompanies lesson 12 from my note reading books 1 and 2 method book. In the book, we're going to be on pages 78, 79, and 80, reading numbers 13, 14, 15, and 16. So those are the songs that we're going to play here in this one. And of course, we are reading in D major, which is super, super fun. Now, before we jump in, let's just review that D major has two sharps, an F sharp and a C sharp. And when we see that in the key signature, that means anytime the F sharp, or anytime we see an F note or a C note, unless there's a natural sign canceling this out, we're going to play them as F sharps. So that's all three of the F notes. That's for all three of the F notes that we play in first position. They're going to be played as F sharp. And that's for both C notes that we play in first position. They're going to be C sharp. So just in review, we've got an F sharp at that second fret of the low sixth string. That's the low one. The next one is at that fourth fret of the fourth string. And then the high one, the higher one, is at the second fret on the top string. And then our C sharp, we've got that C, those two C naturals. So C sharp is at the fourth fret of the fifth string and at the second fret of the second string for our two C notes. So that's where those are. Now, in looking ahead to the last song that we're going to play, number 16, My Grandfather's Clock. With this one, we're actually going to be reading that high A note. We've done this before, but it's at the fifth fret. It sits on that ledger line just above the staff. With that one, we're going to be catching it with our pinky. And you'll see an explanation there on page 80 that we can actually play the D major scale or even the B minor scale, but since we're playing in D major, we'll just go with the D major scale. We can actually play that entire scale, and therefore even a whole song sometimes, from second position. So when I play it from second position, I'm sticking my index finger at the second fret instead of being at the first fret. And then my middle finger would play what's in the third fret, ring finger in the fourth fret, and pinky in the fifth fret. With this, if we were to play the scale, like we learned 2 videos ago at the beginning of lesson 12 that goes with this book, you got that open string. You would finger everything that happens in that second fret right there with your index finger, and everything in the fourth fret with your ring finger, anything that happens in the third fret with your middle finger. So you can actually play that whole D major scale in second position that way, using those open strings all the way up to that A note. This might be a fun way to practice the scale to get used to this fingering. I almost played a wrong note there as I'm talking while I'm playing, but that is a way you can work through the D major scale. We've done it before with using the fingers as in first position, but you can slide up and do it that way. Now that fingering is going to be important for playing My Grandfather's Clock. You can play the whole song in that position if you want to, but otherwise, for sure, when we're going for the A note up high above the staff, we're going to have to shift our hand from first position to second position if you don't play the whole song in second position, which probably for familiarity and the way we've been working notes, you're going to play it in first position and then shift up as you have to. So the first time that you have to is on the third line of the song, right in the middle. And what's nice is when we want to do the shift, if at all possible, we're going to do it when we've got a rest that allows us to shift, or a long note, an open string that allows us to shift, or we get used to shifting right as we're playing. So in this case, we have a rest right there. We finish on this D note in the second measure, and then we've got a rest. That's a perfect time to shift your hand up and be ready to play F sharp, G, A. And then as you're coming back down, you get that open string is a perfect time, that E, to shift back down. So you can find the natural places that work best for shifting, or you can actually play the whole melody with your hand in second position if you want to. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and play these melodies. It's going to be super fun. We'll just go right in order. Each one will happen at 2 different tempos, a slower tempo and a faster tempo per our usual format. And of course, as I always mention, if you're having trouble keeping up with the video, then you want to pause the video, work on the spots that are giving you some hard time, get those down, and then play along with the video again. But it's going to be super fun. Let's go ahead and play these together. Alright, fantastic. In the next video that comes out that goes with this method book, the Note Reading Books 1 and 2 method book, we're going to be reading in the key of F major, which has 1 flat. So we're going to start working on some flats. It's going to be great. Take care, and I'll see you again. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And be sure to check out more great content. You can find more information about me and my products at KristenBromley.com. Take care.